Right, so progress on the Kubelwagen. The owner came down last Thursday and bought lots of bits, which helps out. I wasn't sure if the windscreen wipers would clear the dents we'd put in, but that's got plenty of clearance. Horn bracket, original horn bracket. I've got a horn on there, that needs spacing out properly. Headlamps, no tech lamp for the front wings obviously. Spot lamp bracket, which is also your screen hinge pins. It's a good job we brought those down, because where I've mocked that out, it's completely wrong. Misses it completely. Tread plate there, I've got to make another one of those because it's he hasn't got one, so that's easy enough to fold up on the folder and make. Put the machine gun mount on properly. Got to drill some more holes in the front when doors, after welding everything up, all open and shut properly. These holes that we weren't sure about have got to be welded up. So that's something that to do when it comes apart. Spliced in both sides, lower forward part of the front rear wings in, or rear body work. So that's all come out well. Got a bit of a gap there I've got to sort out. Put the drain tubes through. So that's all sorted. It's all sort of stiffened itself up nicely now. Put the new rear wings on. Spliced, or getting ready to splice those in, so they're all cut off the original panels, ready to go. I'm waiting on the rear hooks. I think I probably could weld the rear panel in, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'd rather wait and get the hooks. Okay. So I know it's in the right place. Found the original captive nuts up inside the wing, put my hand up in there, so that's exactly the right place, so we know that they're correct positioning. I've got a template panel for the rear machine gun mount holes, so I can mock them, I can drill those out. So basically what I'm going to do now is take it apart and get the body off the chassis, and then I'll have a day assessing the mechanics, sort out what I need. There's a few bits I need to order. I've taken the clutch and brake pedals apart and it needs rebushing. They're all flopping around all over the place. I think it's 14 quid for the set of bushes or something. There's a bit missing for the brakes. What have I done with it? Must be over here. Right, how the brakes work, your 4 cables, which is cable brakes, it's early, all come out the hole in the front of the torsion bars. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 brake cables, 2 front, 2 rear. Yeah. Okay. So in there, if you stay there, that goes in there. Okay. And takes those brake cables. Okay. So when you push your brake pedal, that comes out and pulls the brake cables because they're hooked into here. Yeah. So that activates your brakes. But also in there, so your brake cable's coming through there. Brake pedal, so this goes through the side of the tunnel in the car, yeah? So that goes in there. When you push your brake pedal forwards, it pushes that, yeah? So that pushes that, pulls your brake cables. Okay. But also, you've got, that goes right up inside the tunnel. That goes in there, spring loaded to hold it up. And then your handbrake goes in there. Okay? Okay. So when you pull your handbrake, so you get handbrake operation on all 4 wheels. Yeah. But there's a plate missing that goes on the end of here to stop the cables jumping out. Okay. So it's just a plate goes on there, then a little spring washer and a split pin through that square spline. I found the spring plate. I can't at the moment find that plate. I might have to make it, I don't know. But there's also, wherever it is, that return spring hooks on there, like that. And inside there, I think between the bottom 2 pipes, I did find a picture of it, there should be another bracket to hold that. But it isn't there. Okay. So whoever welded it all up, because you can cut the floor pans out, cut the bottom of the chassis out, hasn't put it in there. I'm hoping I don't have to cut the chassis open to do it, but I don't know, I can't see any other way of getting in there to make that bracket, if that makes sense. So I might just have to put a little hole in the bottom, weld that in, and then weld it back up again, because it's all got to be painted anyway. So that's basically the brake mechanism, which is all a bit weird and wonderful, but I'm going to have to take the hubs apart and check all them out. I think the rear suspension's been assembled wrong, because it sits very low on the back end. But these are splined. Did I say this earlier?
You told me off camera.
Oh right. These are splined. You've got a bar there, that's your swinging arm. And that cover there, there's a torsion bar, goes straight the way through the whole car. Yep. And it's on splines. That is your bump stop. That should be down touching that. So I think we're going to have to just pop them off somehow. I don't think you have to take the gearbox out, I'm not sure. And then just lower them down. So basically it's start taking it apart, and then we'll get the body off. I can flip the body over, do all the spot welding that needs doing underneath and everything. So I'll start taking it apart. Hold that on. There you have it. The Kubelwagen in about as many pieces as you can get it, nearly.
That's it.
Got to drill those two out, tap those two and put 4 in here, in the same place, for the Mausers. Got to get some chains for those, they have little chains to stop them rattling off. That's the front brakes. That's throttle, that needs chopping down. That's the clutch cable I found inside. But at least I can get to it all now. So I think I'll have the rest of the day assessing this lot. Then order the parts I need, which isn't a lot, tiny amount of bits. And then we can crack on with doing all the little bits and shit on that.
So when it comes to these kinds of projects, what part of the project do you find the most enjoyment?
Putting it back together when it's all painted.
Okay.
Like
so
running
the
wire in.
Final assembly, really.
Not final assembly, it'll just be nice when all that's painted and it's all bolted, because you've got to cut rubber to go all the way over here. We've got it all. It's all sorts. Why don't bother trying to seal one of them? I've no idea, I really don't know. But no, I like putting it all back together when it's all shiny and see, I don't know where the battery cables go or anything. The battery sits here, starter motor's there. So obviously there's a big battery cable. I don't know which hole it goes through or anything. I don't know if the reduction boxes have got anything in them.
Where's the engine room?
In Germany, I think.
When do you know when that's coming over?
Don't know if he's taking the car back or bringing it over to us or what. I've no idea at the moment. That's your choke cable. That's your clutch cable, goes up in there. That's that. There's a plate that goes over there for the cables to run through. Chokes in the outside tube, so the inside tube is throttle cable. But again, I don't know where the throttle cable goes on one of these. I haven't got a clue, because on a Beetle it just goes through the back.
Yeah.
And there's a tube that goes through the fan shroud and it sits in that, but we've got to work out where these shock absorbers go as well, which I don't have a clue about. Whether they're mounted to the body or L for left, I guess. Must go onto there then, mustn't they?
What part of the car is that?
My cigarette lighter. Yeah, that goes there. So they sit on there. Don't know. Some weird and wonderful bracketry goes on there, doesn't it? Don't know. I've got all the bushes and everything. It's just a matter of working it out. Probably have to take that out and put that eye bolt through it, maybe.
It'll all come clear.
Yeah, it's long enough. Don't know whether he's got any oil in the reduction boxes. Yeah, all good.